Panacada, what do you say?
Hello and welcome to IMDB's Worst 100.
Today we're looking at number 70, Prince of Space.
Number 70. We did it, guys. 70.
Yeah,
That's a good number, right?
That's a good round number. Let's have a look, shall we?
Let's have a wee look.
I came, yes.
So, aliens come to the planet Earth, as they often do in films. And they are looking for an advanced space fuel, rocket fuel.
Yeah.
Which apparently Earth has, and apparently they don't.
You know, gentlemen, we have developed a powerful new rocket fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Now, for reasons which must remain classified, we believe their visit has something to do with this discovery.
Yeah.
Seems kind of unlikely considering they've come from a different planet, but...
Yeah.
These people are obviously much more advanced than we are. What could they possibly want from us?
Their technology lags far behind ours. Now, if they were capable of producing a rocket fuel like mine, why, they could send 100 ships to Earth instead of one.
Bullshit. Unfortunately, they don't come waving the olive branch of peace. They come with laser guns. But luckily, they're driven off by a mysterious helmeted man.
A helmeted man with paper across half of it.
Yeah. Who's called the Prince of Space.
You are planning now to destroy the whole world. I won't let you go through with this.
So yeah, Prince of Space manages to get rid of them for a brief time, but they come back with a vengeance. And they steal a top scientist and take him back to their planet.
Bastards.
They take him back because, well, they've also kidnapped other top brains of the world to send out a message to Earth.
Your governments respect your opinions. Thus, you men are well equipped to evaluate my power. I want you to explain this to your people. Impress upon them how useless it would be to oppose me.
His plan is basically he wants to conquer the Earth, but he thinks that the best way of doing this is to get a load of scientists who are well respected and they can see how powerful he is. And then they'll tell their governments, look, don't even bother fighting him.
Yeah.
Because he's so powerful.
I shall destroy one of your major cities first. Afterward, I'm sure you will cooperate.
That's what he does. And the scientists are like, well, I don't think that's going to work. It's not really how it works. But they do it anyway. And then they fly all the way back to Earth, raising questions about why they'd gone to that planet in the first place. And they try and implement this plan. Once again, the bloody Prince of Space turns up.
What was he like?
What's he like?
You again.
He's just foiling their plans left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Come closer.
I'm close enough. Thank you anyway. The stench of your foul breath is more than my stomach can stand.
He ends up chasing them all the way back to their planet. Back again. And he pretty much just he genocides them at that point.
Forgot that before he genocides them, they release a massive giant monster, but he annihilates
He
that.
fucks it up.
And then he annihilates the aliens.
Yeah. And he just wipes them out.
But he does save the scientists.
Yeah.
Who then are on their way back to Earth in the end, aren't they?
Say, we'd better radio ahead. Tell you we're safe, that we're coming home. Thanks to Prince of Space. Good idea.
It was an interesting plot. Did it keep you engaged? throughout.
It definitely has high points and low points. I think what's weird about it is that it has quite a serious side to it. But obviously, like, the villain and the Prince of Space are absolutely ridiculous. But it also has, like, quite a lot of shots of military hardware. It has almost like a Thunderbirds vibe in certain parts where you're seeing rockets going off and planes and just technicians kind of pressing 50s style machinery, and it gets really excited, I think, about all that stuff. And then there's loads of stuffy guys in suits talking seriously about, like, science and politics.
Yeah.
And those bits are pretty boring, to be honest. And then you've got, like, the really campy kind of...
silly fight scenes.
Yeah.
And sort of banter and...
Leave the children alone. You cannot harm them anyway, as long as I am here.
I've got you now.
That's similar to how I feel, because there's bits... It was like extreme highs and extreme lows. It was like drinking a cup of coffee and then feeling tired after a coffee a few hours later when you get the headache. That's like the worst description.
I think it's like drinking a coffee when it's too hot and you're like, ooh, coffee, ooh, it's a bit hot. No, both of these analogies are shit. We should just bin
edit
both
those
of them.
out.
We'll edit those out.
Yeah, the fight scenes are definitely the highlights.
Hold your fire.
It's a question that has plagued people for as long as TV has existed. Dubs or subs?
I probably should say the dubbing is absolutely appalling, isn't it? It's really hilariously bad. It's probably one of the funniest things about the film, the terrible dub.
What do you say we watch television? The World Championships tonight. All right, but first I want to look at the new telescope you got, all right? Yes, excuse me, Mom.
Do you think it would have been, like, seemed less bad if it was subbed?
Well, I asked you first, so come on.
Well, I mean, by the look of it, like, the acting looked pretty bad as well. Obviously, it's quite difficult because the dub's quite distracting. Like, overwhelmingly funny and bad. But you can kind of see that the acting behind all the dubbing is pretty wooden.
Can you? I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean,
Prince of Space, oh my God, he was flat as a pancake. You know, he was just sort of stand there and he was like...
Yeah, but I think that a lot of that came from his dub over.
You are not wanted here. I warn you, for the last time.
The dub for Prince of Space was very laid back.
I thought he was quite, like, he sounded quite ominous, though. He sounded like the Wizard of Oz.
You came. I've been expecting you.
Kind of, whoa.
I thought he sounded a bit like Batfink.
I didn't really watch that as a kid, so sorry.
Well,
It sounded like
cue
Batfink.
comparison to Batfink.
I told you, your weapons have no effect on me.
Bullets cannot harm me. My wings are like a shield of steel.
It's like Batfink.
Already sent out your supersonic sonar radar to north by north.
It probably would have been better as a serious film with the subtitles, because obviously, you would have had the original acting and the voices, and that would have been, like, it would have all fitted in a bit more. But
more quality.
Would it have been better?
More entertaining?
No.
I'm glad you agree with me.
This film is obviously deliciously awful in many ways, but I would say there are some good things about it. There are good elements.
Would you?
I would. I do.
You say that, do you?
I do say that.
Okay.
Do you agree? And what would you say is good?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the special effects are pretty good. I mean...
Remembering the one bit with when the alien flies up,
yeah.
And that was pretty bad.
I don't know. No, it's not. It's brilliant. That bit's amazing. Come on. I think, like, that short second of special effects is probably my favourite bit of film I could think of. That... Everything about it, the way he's awkwardly standing really high, the way he moves up, it's so adorable. It's incredible. But, actually, this film is quite heavy in special effects. Like, a lot of these kind of films, you know, you see a little bit, it's clearly done on the cheap. This is... I mean, considering it's a TV movie, there's got a lot of scenes with special effects in it, and they've got really inventive with how they're doing it.
Yeah.
I've got to think that, like, for the time, it's got to be really quite good. Some of it. They've got the giant, the false perspective, you've got the other planet, you know, which has got quite a decent set, I'd say. You've got the spaceships, you have him flying through an asteroid field, and it's not like even just one shitty angle. You've got from behind him in the spaceship, in front of him in the spaceship, you've got side on.
That's what I was going to say. I think it was super ambitious, and they used a lot of camera angles. Lots of some of them maybe didn't work so well, but like they tried lots of different things, and yeah, it was a lot of effort in it. It's
cinematic.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's a fucking film, mate.
That's a fucking cinema film.
Cinema film.
They're not all good, but
no, but there are. You
but...
said about the giant. I thought the giant was really cool.
What did you think of the prince's catchphrase?
There's no use firing. Your guns won't work against me.
How many times have I told you? Your weapons don't work on me.
Your weapons are useless against me, Phantom.
Yeah, it's like mate, get some new material. Well, why the hell do the aliens keep trying to do the weapons on him? They didn't work.
Your weapons are useless.
There's a few things at play here. First of all, when you're watching it, it's quite baffling because you've got the prince and he's holding what appears to be like a barbecue lighter or something.
Yeah, one of those. It probably actually is, isn't it?
Yeah. And they shoot him and he says, "You can't shoot me, your lasers are useless on me."
I told you, your weapons have no effect on me.
Yeah.
When they shoot him, he's sort of holding his laser thing and you've got the lasers going and then it's kind of not clear whether they're shooting him and he's deflecting it with his barbecue lighter or whether he's shooting them with his barbecue lighter or whether they're shooting him and it's bouncing off. Well, it's based on a TV series, right? Yeah. So this is a bit of context for that. It's based on a TV series, a Japanese TV show, and they made a film. They made 2 films. This is the first of those films. In it, presumably, there's some kind of backstory to how he becomes the Prince of Space, but like everyone already knows that by this point because you've obviously been watching the TV show. But the other thing is that actually that line where he says, "These lasers can't hurt me," that was actually a bad translation, I found out.
Oh.
So he was actually trying to say is like, "You'll never hit me, I'll dodge out the way."
Oh, that makes so much more sense because then the movement makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. Because if you think about it, that explains why they keep trying to shoot him, because it's like, oh, well, you think you dodged me last time, but you definitely won't dodge me this time. Yeah. Whereas if it was just, oh, these literally can't hurt you, you'd just give up, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Your ray guns will have no effect on me or my ship. I've told you that already.
I feel like we haven't covered this enough yet. Can we just talk about the villain a little bit?
Yeah.
You got some thoughts on him?
He had a pointy nose.
Yes.
And
kind of like a bird, like almost like a beak, isn't it?
Yeah. And I say a pointy dick, but
yeah. Okay. Let's just. I'm gonna out you here. When we're watching the film, Emma goes,
"His dick's as pointy as his nose."
Yeah. His dick's as pointy as his nose.
You can see it quite a lot, but that's not. It doesn't matter.
It's not criticism. If anything, you like it. Is there any other bits of his character that stick out to you? I can think of one particular thing.
Anything that sticks out?
I'll give you a clue.
Oh. Yeah, that laugh though. Do you think he laughed that much in the original and they just had to kind of cover it, or do you think it was just the dub actor was just like, no, I've got this, like this is what he needs to sound like?
That's a really good question. You know what I want to add in the video right here? It's like a super cut of all of the laughs chained together.
Yeah.
How's that? I'm going to do it right now. Was that good? Was it?
The video's now 50 minutes long.
What a guy.
Gee, where is the IMDB's worst 100 list?
I need to cross off Prince of Space. Oh my god. It's over there. I have found the list. I have crossed it off the list.
Well, thank you very much again for joining us on another bad film adventure. That is this series of videos.
Yeah, well, we've done 30 now. We've watched 30 of them.
30?
Yeah, that's quite a lot. That's a lot of hours of
Yeah.
life. At least 30 hours, but more because some of them are like 3 hours.
Mm. And you can watch them all right now in a row if you want.
Yeah, I
If you
mean, I
want.
would.
Why not?
Yeah. And
Give me one good reason.
do it now. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the flip-flop later.
That's not our sign-off.